Facing a growing shortage of manpower, the Russian armed forces are increasingly resorting to extreme measures. For the first time, women have been observed taking part in assault operations in the Pokrovsk direction. A video published by the 3rd Special Forces Brigade, Spartan, of Ukraine's National Guard captures this development. The footage, filmed during recent clashes near Pokrovsk in the Donbas region, shows a precise drone strike on a bush where a group of Russian soldiers was hiding. Moments later, a woman in military uniform, apparently injured, emerges from cover, runs a short distance, and collapses. Her condition remains unknown. Spartan unit members commented on the situation. During the intense fighting, we've seen all kinds of stormtroopers, on crutches, ex-convicts, drugged-up occupiers. But this was the first time we saw a woman. Back in 2023, reports surfaced that the Kremlin had begun recruiting female prisoners to join the war effort, offering early release in exchange for military service. These women were initially expected to serve in non-combat roles such as medics, sappers, or rear-area shooters. Until now, however, there had been no verified instances of them participating in direct frontline assaults. The appearance of a woman among assault troops suggests that the Russian army may be experiencing an increasingly critical personnel deficit, especially in the face of the ongoing fierce battles near Pokrovsk, a strategic stronghold in Donetsk Oblast. Russian forces have been suffering heavy losses in their attempts to seize this vital area. Earlier media investigations revealed that female inmates were indeed being recruited into Putin's military. Journalists spoke with former prisoners from Correctional Colony No. 2 in Ulanovska, Leningrad region, who confirmed the presence of recruitment teams active in the facility since autumn 2023. These recruiters reportedly offered female inmates roles as snipers and assault troops in exchange for pardons. According to various sources, the Russian Ministry of Defense has managed to enlist between 20 and 50 women from this colony alone. The independent outlet Important Stories contacted relatives of 2 such women, who confirmed that they had signed 1-year contracts and were promised a month of military training before deployment to the front lines. A Russian war correspondent with close ties to the northern group of Russian forces has reported that elements of the 83rd Airborne Brigade have partially withdrawn from Verechino. Meanwhile, analysts from the Institute for the Study of War have highlighted the ongoing situation in the Sumy region. Russian pro-war telegram channels claim that units of the 234th Airborne Regiment are advancing in the vicinity of Unikivka. However, due to disorganization, Ukrainian forces were reportedly able to exploit the chaos and carry out a tactical encirclement of Russian troops in the area. At the same time, another Russian military correspondent stated that Kremlin forces managed to gain ground northeast of Mariupol. Despite these claims, Ukrainian forces are said to be launching daily counterattacks near Unikivka. Pro-Russian sources also report that the Russian Ministry of Defense has redeployed the 1st Battalion and an assault detachment from the 30th Motorized Rifle Regiment to the Sumy region, units that had previously fought in the Belovodsk area of Luhansk Oblast. Additionally, personnel from the 1st Battalion are reportedly being redistributed to the 2nd and 3rd Battalions to replenish losses. Z-bloggers have voiced sharp criticism of Russian military leadership, accusing commanders of ordering relentless infantry assaults that result in heavy casualties. Out of the approximately 2,200 Russian troops initially deployed for the assaults, only 140 are said to remain combat-capable. Ukrainian forces have recently recaptured the village of Kindradivka in the Kodan community of Sumy Oblast, a settlement that had been under pressure since Russia launched a renewed offensive in the north. In late May 2025, Russian forces crossed the border from Kursk Oblast into northern Sumy, framing the operation as an effort to establish a buffer zone and divert Ukrainian troops from the eastern and southern fronts. According to Ukrainian and Western intelligence assessments, around 50,000 Russian troops remain stationed in Kursk Oblast, acting as a staging ground for continued assaults. Despite weeks of fighting, Russian forces have failed to achieve significant progress around strategically important locations such as Unikivka. The independent military monitoring outlet Deep State reported on the 25th of July that Kindradivka had been fully liberated. The 225th Separate Assault Battalion has completed clearing and securing operations in Kindradivka, the outlet announced. Ukraine's security service successfully destroyed a Russian Su-30SM multi-role fighter jet, valued at approximately $50 million, in a precision strike on the Sake airbase located in Russian-occupied Crimea during the night of August 3–4. In addition to the destroyed jet, 4 other aircraft, another Su-30SM and 3 Su-24 bombers, were reportedly damaged in the attack. The Sake airfield serves as a critical hub for Russian military operations in the Black Sea region. The Su-30SM aircraft, depending on configuration, is estimated to cost between $35 million and $50 million. As a result, Russia's total losses from this strike may run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. The SBU also confirmed that a storage site for aviation munitions at the base was hit, compounding the damage. According to the SBU, this targeted operation was part of a broader campaign to erode Russia's capacity to sustain its invasion. The successful SBU special operation in Saki is another step toward weakening the enemy's ability to wage its war of aggression against Ukraine. The occupiers must remember that they will never feel safe on our land, the agency said in a statement. In recent weeks, Ukraine has intensified its drone strike campaign against Russian military assets in Crimea, including air defense systems, radar installations, and ammunition depots. This escalation is aimed at degrading Russia's military infrastructure across the peninsula, which was illegally annexed by Moscow in 2014. Notably, on June 1, Ukrainian intelligence launched a large-scale operation codenamed Spiderweb, targeting more than 40 aircraft stationed at Russian airfields deep within enemy territory. The strike on Sake marks another significant milestone in Kyiv's expanding campaign to undermine Russia's aerial capabilities and logistical strength.